is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories.
This is a next weather alert from CBS News Miami.
And taking a live look outside off the top, we have a severe thunderstorm warning just into our newsroom. Thunderstorms have been developing across the area. Let's get right to next weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler, who's been tracking the storms.
Yeah, the heat combining with the high humidity, and now we have outflow boundaries. So thunderstorms have developed quickly this afternoon over Broward County. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning there. This just to the west of the Fort Lauderdale area. That's where the warning is until 4:30 this afternoon. So this one is making its way to the southeast very slowly, only at 5 miles per hour. So this could drop very heavy rain because of the slow movement. Incredible amount of lightning with this. So you can see the outline there. Just about gets into the western area. Amarant Bank Arena very close to that as well, but a lot of this is out over the Everglades at this point. But these storms are following outflow boundaries, so the development could be further to the east. I'm already seeing a little bit of signage there that we could see some of these storms developing off this second outflow boundary. So at this point, we've got a lot of lightning showing up with these storms. There's a lot of juice out there, and look at the outflow boundaries. Now getting some storm development here near the Homestead area as well, so we expect to see these thunderstorms power through this afternoon into this evening until we have that dust coming in. So at least today, and I think tomorrow again, these thunderstorms have a good chance to develop if you've got a lighter flow. With the easterly, southeasterly flow, if it's a little bit stronger flow, it has a tendency to push these storms off to the west. So look at this, Saharan dust, a lot of it out in the Atlantic, high pressure pushing it this direction. So this weekend, expect a very dusty weekend. We're going to see that. Very colorful sunrises and sunsets, plus your air quality is likely to be pretty poor this weekend too, and we're going to have to see how these storms turn out this weekend because the dust is going to be in the area. We still have a pretty good chance to pick up showers and storms. Sunday into Monday will be our best chance, and that's due to a disturbance out in the Atlantic, so we're going to watch this very carefully. But today, this is interesting that we finally got some of this rain into the metro area. We've had a couple of days where we had no rain at all. This today has been a little bit different. So our rain tracker wants to pull these showers off to the west, though. By 7 o'clock, already starting to dissipate, and that's it. We'll see how that works out. Then on Friday, again by the afternoon, remember, we still have that southeasterly flow, so the sea breeze will push off to the west. Showers and thunderstorms developing again tomorrow afternoon. More than likely, it'll be over the interior and the west coast again, but we'll see how strong that flow is and where they're going to start developing. Saturday, again, we'll have a chance for more showers and thunderstorms with very warm conditions and very humid conditions as well. So again, morning showers always possible along the coast, but more likely with the storms over the interior, and then the dust comes in this weekend, and we're just going to have to see how this works out. But because we've got that disturbance in the Atlantic heading this direction, I would think that our rain chances will be up just a bit. Out in the tropics, we've still got no development out here. It's because thick Saharan dust is really tamping this down, and as long as we have the dust out there, I would expect to see everything to stay calm and quiet. Here's your forecast. Temperatures in the lower 90s, but it feels like it's in the triple digits. So again, tomorrow we could see another heat advisory. Best chance for rain Sunday and Monday.
Forced to vacate. About 40 families will have to move out in less than 2 months. A letter was posted at their door notifying them of the decision. Many of the tenants are elderly. Some of them have health conditions. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor has the story from Miami Beach.
So this is the building, and it is considered a prime location in Miami Beach. Now, the letter that these tenants and all of the ones who live here receive says, quote, that the landlord has decided to redevelop the property, end quote. The tenants are not clear what that means. What they're clear on is that they have to leave by the end of next month, and many tell me they don't have a place to go. The question is, do they have any options? Legally, what can be done for them? We are working this story right now, and we are going to have actually a response to that question that they're all asking, and that's going to be starting at 5 p.m. on CBS News Miami, so that'll be in less than an hour. We are in Miami Beach. I'm Yvonne Taylor. Back to you.
It is the fourth day of the Republican National Convention. Former President Donald Trump will take the stage tonight. Last night, it was new vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance as he revved up the audience during his speech. Trump said he rewrote his speech following the near-death experience at the rally last Saturday. CBS News Miami's Natalie Brand is in Milwaukee with the report.
Former President Donald Trump spent the morning putting the finishing touches on his nomination acceptance speech.
What do you want to see from Donald Trump tonight?
I would like to see a kinder, gentler Trump, and I want to make sure that he has taken a moment to realize the magnitude of the event he went through on Saturday.
Trump says he rewrote the speech following last week's attempted assassination to focus more on unity.
What do you want to hear in this speech?
A welcoming speech. I mean, we've got a lot of Republicans here. There's a lot of people watching on TV, and we'd like to make sure that he welcomes more people into the party.
RNC co-chair Laura Trump says her father-in-law was impacted by the shooting, and she expects to see a softer version of Trump tonight.
If he does have this softer tone, do you think that's going to continue after this convention?
Well, Trump is Trump. Yes, he may have a few mean tweets here and there, but you judge by the policies and what he can do to make America great again.
Trump's new running mate is wasting no time reaching out to voters, meeting this morning with conservative Christians.
Remember that this is a guy who delivered for social conservatives more than any president in my 39 years of life. I think he deserves a little bit of grace, and he deserves a little bit of trust, and I hope that we will all provide that to him.
Ohio Senator J.D. Vance will be with Trump Saturday as the two work to carry momentum from this week's convention to a rally in the battleground state of Michigan. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Milwaukee.
From prison to prime time. Just hours after being released from a Miami prison, Peter Navaro, who served as a top Trump advisor, addressed the RNC. Navaro walked to the podium as the crowd chanted, "Welcome home and fight." Navaro served 4 months in prison. It was for refusing to cooperate with the investigation into the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Investigators say the 20-year-old shooter behind the attack on Trump used his phone to search for online images of both Trump and President Biden. Investigators say Thomas Matthew Crooks also searched the names of the FBI director and attorney general. Crooks also visited the site of the attack at least once before the rally. Investigators have yet to determine a motive. New information emerging. It's in the murder-for-hire plot involving developer Sergio Pino. It comes 2 days after Pino's body was discovered inside his home during an FBI raid. Police say Pino took his own life. The FBI says he crafted multiple plots to harm or kill his estranged wife of 32 years.
First, he tried to poison her over a period of time. When that failed, he put out a contract on her head on 2 separate occasions, hiring separate groups of hitmen to do the job. When the FBI closed in on him, he apparently, and of course tragically, committed suicide rather than face justice.
The FBI and federal prosecutors say there were 2 hit squads. They were also accused of ramming her car at her home and setting fire to her sister's car. Loved ones are speaking out after a fire destroyed an iconic bicycle shop in Miami. It has been serving the community for 34 years. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch spoke with the owner's son, and here's what he had to say.
We are on Flagler Street right now looking into a fire that has swept through a business, the Suarez Bicycle Shop, that has been here since 1987. Miami Fire Rescue has released photographs of the damage. We're also taking a look inside. Now with us right now is Arnold Suarez. Can you tell us what sort of damage was done here at this business?
So right now what we know is the service part, which is our main income, that is damaged. We took a look inside in our inventory. It looks like everything's all right, except for a couple of bikes that did get melted down to the floor.
What are your feelings about what happened here to this iconic business? It's been here for years.
I mostly feel devastated for my dad because he's been working in this since, you mentioned, 1987. He was very young. This is his life's work. So for it to go up in flames and lose everything that we have now is hard on us.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll also be hearing from Luis Suarez, the owner of this business, for a long time. At this point, Miami Fire Rescue is looking into the cause of this blaze. We'll have much more on this story coming up in just an hour. In Miami, Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
A new record for streaming, how online platforms are changing the game of television when we come back. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. The Social Security Administration has announced a change. It's to how you access the online portal. It will affect tens of millions of people. Users who created an online account before September 18th, 2021 will now have to transition to login.gov or an ID.me account. CBS's business analysts discuss the important tools on the site.
There are great tools. You can estimate how much money you're going to get in Social Security. You can look at the different choices. And it's important that you do this because we want everybody to make this decision with a lot of information in hand.
The Social Security Administration says the website changes will not disrupt payments to anyone currently receiving benefits. About 40% of Americans rely on Social Security alone for their retirement. A record number of people watched TV through streaming platforms last month, and that's according to Nielsen's June report. Time spent streaming soared to 40% of total TV usage. That's up 6% from May. Cable claimed 27% of all TV viewership, and that's followed by broadcast with 20.5%. That's the CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.